So it is that time again. Every team looks to write its own special script. Moments like this are to be savoured. Hopes are high. A good start. That is what they all want. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And we're underway. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, I've always been impressed with Danny Carvajal, Peter, because of his work rate and incessant running. A consummate team player and a real fighting spirit inside him. You know, he's got that grit about what he does as a fullback. Although we're starting to see flashes of individualism here and there, and I hope that can only improve his game.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Well timed, excellent interception. Chouameni knocks it into space. Played in by Danny Carvajal. Big header! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Sorloth actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Miranda de Ebro with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. And he's managed to get free. And this is Lewandowski. Lewandowski showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Araujo kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now then, the ball's come loose. Tries to play it through. Isco unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Nicely weighted ball. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Araujo kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Great vision. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. And that's been drilled in.
Well, they're clearly focusing on that right side, Peter. That's where the crosses are coming from, where the danger lies. Forlan clearly looking the key component now with the concentration on width. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call. Okay, it didn't quite come off. The execution, I think, needs a retry, maybe with a better outcome.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Pedri, still goalless. And it's Cáceres. Now, can they get him away? Played in deep. And that has been cleared. They've got a throw in. Drives it in. Eder Militao clears it away. And that has left him in a heap. And this is Cruyff. Araujo cuts out the pass.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
He has found a way through. Good read, needed to be. Camavinga shifted it to the flank. And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. And Koundé. Camavinga. Carvajal did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. That is good alertness. Isco is always looking to break lines. Lewandowski! Oh, that was no routine save.
That'll earn him a few high fives. Probably feels he could have been better protected, though.
That's a decent clearance. And now they can... He's tried one! Oh, bang on target.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And he was quick to react. That's a cute ball. Neatly clipped into space. Caceres. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, there's one standout, Peter, that needs improving, and that's the passing. All too often it's been found wanting, you know, much to the frustration of everyone around, and I'd go so far as to say that it's the biggest contributor as to why we have the scoreline we do.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. And we're already back up and running. It's Asa! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Well read, nice interception. Now it's Forlan. Now it's Solot. Guardiola. And the pass is intercepted. Pedri. Now it's Forlan. Guardiola. Pedri. And it's Camavinga. And Koundé. Vinicius Junior was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Aims beyond the defence. Pedri. Pedri crosses. That is a brilliant interception.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Forlan looking to run onto it. Pedri. Can he get onto this? That's going to go a long way.
Barcelona couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
So we've reached the hour mark. That has ended up in no man's land. Done delicately. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Pedri, well, that has not gone well. And this is Forlan. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Now it's Cruyff. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Solot is onto this. Caceres. Guardiola. It's a good ball out wide. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Well, that is one way to stop him. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. He's going to be disappointed with that. And no, that was never going to make it. Oh, that's a key interception. Searching pass he's played there. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Guardiola. Can he get on the end of this? Isco. Decent chance! Dispatched clinically. And late in the day, a telling moment.
Well, you can see what it means to all of them. A frustrating game, but now they have what they wanted, and they're rightly pumped and ready to go again.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always
Lewandowski! It's loose. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Cross into the box. And he's taking no chances there.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
It's full on! And that would have won it.
And that reaction says it all. They had a real chance to tighten the screw there, and it's been blown.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Yeah, I think he's trying to stay one step ahead of his opponents here, maintain the upper hand, so to speak. I can see that.
Can he get it through? Caceres spots it and intercepts. He's picked his way through. Caceres, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually. This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Looking for the run. Looking for options for movement. And this is Hazard. And he's gone looking for safety. Barcelona have it back and can go again. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Now he's got space here. Foot in. Threads one in. Oh, good spread. Set. And that is that. They needed to win, and they have won. It is a triumph. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, it's pretty clear that there was a solid game plan in place for what was a very high-pressure game. I think it shows great maturity on the part of the players, and it was, for me, well-deserved and well-earned.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. Well, hello and welcome for the first time this season to everybody around the world, and we have for you a clash of two teams with very similar intentions. A statement win at the expense of the other would be the ideal scenario for both. A flying start is certainly required. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And already we're underway here. Well, there is no question that Eden Hazard, on his day, is one of the world's best, Jim. So how do you interpret the role he's been given here?
Well, we all know he's at his best when he's coming in from that left side, whether it's to drag people away and isolate them or to combine with central attackers. But he also often plays as a 10, as we know, in a free role.
And is that a new dimension to his game?
No, he's been at that for years, and he's just very good wherever he plants himself.
Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And it's Hazard. That'll be a throw-in. And he's forced to go back. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Can he get on the end of this? And he's picked it up out wide. He's picked his way through. Gets his head on it! There it is! And he is away! The launch of a brand new hero. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there.
Well, this really is quite uplifting. There is so much to raise the mood all around us. After all, this is when, in the face of anything, hope springs eternal, and the fans puff out their chests proudly. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. There's the whistle, and here we go. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed. Decent chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Big header! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. And that's gone route one. That is good alertness. That has not gone well. And here's Vinicius Junior. Now who's going to be first to this? And he's managed to get free. He's had a shot! It's off target and by quite a way.
Spirited to say the least. Certainly gave this crowd something to really cheer about.
Kokchu wins the duel this time. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Oh, no joy this time. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Isco. He has found a way through. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Kokchu. Can he get on the end of this? And that has been cleared. He's on it. Can he get away?
That's just playing it safe and simple.
I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Isco charging forward, the ball at his feet. He's shifting. Oh, shooting chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
And this great chance! Off the post! Schneider proves just a little bit too strong. And a chance! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Darren Fletcher. And here's Ibrahimovic. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. That's a shade optimistic. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Oh, it's a great ball here. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Threads one in. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Plenty of endeavour from either side, but not much of it in the vicinity of either goal.
I actually think both teams are playing okay here. We've had some good attempts, although they've mounted to nothing so far.
Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Tries to play it through. He can run onto that. Abiati claims comfortably. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Passes short and sharp. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And this is Lewandowski. Lewandowski showed plenty of zest. And it's Lewandowski! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
This is why he's so highly regarded. Absolutely fantastic.
Abiati breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And now they can spring out of defence. It's a really well-measured ball. Cruyff. Kupchu. Now it's Vinicius Junior. It's still 0-0, but no shortage of effort. Passing nice and neat. Now that's well seen too. It's a pretty loose pass. That's a delicate pass. Darren Fletcher can so cleverly bypass the press. That's an imaginative pass. Batistuta. And he cuts out the supply. Vinicius Junior. Can he finish? There it is! First blood drawn.
Oh, what a lovely exchange, Peter. I mean, he did the give and go, and that's just a lovely return ball. The weight of it was absolute perfection.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
Great vision. Lewandowski. A header! There's the whistle for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
So we're just settling back into this second half.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Now it's Batistuta. Nice sequence of passes, this. He's a sharp little... And the finish! Well, that pass isn't the best. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Carvajal just loves to go forward whenever he can. Lewandowski! Good save, keeper read that well.
Look, you've got to have the perfect feel in your boots to pull those off.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And Batistuta!
What a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be a pivotal moment.
That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Schneider. Really didn't have enough to concern the defence. Now it's Lewandowski. Always onto this. And this is Lewandowski. Chance for a shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 15.
Corner number 2 then.
Schneider. Numero 13. Numero 18. Ibrahimovic. Lasciano il campo per il numero 19. Scholes. Il numero 21.
He's picked his way through.
Il numero 8.
And he can clear it away. What a throw in. Cross to the back post. And that should get the job done. A real chance to break. Looking for the run. That has ended up in no man's land. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Big chance to get at them. Dunk. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Tries to pass it through. He's got away. He's one-on-one, surely! He's got plenty of space out wide here. Can he latch on to this?
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
There's the shot! There's a goal! And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this ought to give them some renewed energy. If anyone's going to win it in normal time, you've got to make them favourites now.
This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Well, that's well spotted. Linton, foot in. Now that looks a decent ball. He's found a way through. Rafael Leao! Oh, it's in! And that may just do it!
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
And it's Isco. Yildiz. And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was intense, an enjoyable contest that either could easily have won. Well, here comes a crunch game. So much depends
Hello,
on this.
everybody, and welcome to
Expectation
today's match.
and nerve. It is indeed a heady mix. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So that's got things underway. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Marquinhos, he's one of the toughest and most competitive centre-backs in the business. He's the kind of player you can rely on to always be just where you need him, making a vital interception or just making life difficult for the opposition to get through. And that's a very valuable characteristic.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Rijkaard. Serginho. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Schneider. Rijkaard. Ibrahimovic. That's an imaginative pass. Oh, well played, well sorted out.
Bebeto really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Bebeto. Carvajal with a definite foul there. Terrific save by Abbiati. And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
There's a certain aura about him today, tremendous.
And we have our very first corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. And this is Batistuta. Baggio will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Arsenal looking to pass their way through. Chance here to counter. Now that's well seen too. Schneider conjures time and space where few can. Either side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Serginho. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And it's Schneider. Mbappe! Nice interception, well timed. Can he get on the end of this?
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And here's Baggio.
Roberto Baggio really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very close.
Mbappe! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
It's their second corner of the game. And now they can spring out of defence. Nicely shaped ball. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Schneider. And here's Batistuta. And here's Ibrahimovic. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And this is Roberto Baggio. Well, it's a look of bewilderment. His touch deserted him at the key moment.
Did he that? Because it had a decent chance of progressing. Vardiol.
Showing great feet there. Oh, that's fabulous. The ball swung in. Khan claims it without any fuss. Could move up a gear here. And it's Serginho. Sergi cuts out the pass. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, can he get onto this? Now it's Cruyff. He's in plenty of space here. And that has been cleared. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Cruyff. Khan claims comfortably.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
It's a pretty loose pass. Rijkaard. Serginho. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger.
There will
Schneider.
be 1 minute added time.
Oh, it's Bebeto.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Now it's Mbappe. And there is the half-time whistle. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time.
Just a quick request today for everybody to please kindly remove any cars parked on the road outside the stadium.
There's the start of the second half. So neither side has yet broken through. Oh, no joy this time. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Arsenal clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Cruyff.
Such good technique.
He has found the way through. Produces a cross. Bebeto. Oh, good take in a good area. Now the cross. And that has been knocked clear. It's Snyder! It's a loose ball. Oh, he's been caught napping. Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. Arsenal finding their passes. And that's put paid to a promising move. Ibrahimovic! He's done very well to get to that.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now it's Bebeto. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them...
And the shot! They've scored! The breakthrough arrives at last! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Arsenal have fired themselves in front.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Threads one in. The less said about that pass, the better. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And he's on his way! Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Koundé, your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to let...
Tries a shot! Mbappe is magnificent! That is a gem! An absolute gem! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Substitutions taking place.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Arsenal are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
No, he's just misjudged that one. Serginho is one whose deliveries we all know about. And here's Batistuta. Schneider. Roberto Baggio. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Scholes. Jordan Henderson. Passing is crisp and sharp. Koundé. Rijkaard. Quality ball. Schneider. And there's green grass ahead of him. Darren Fletcher. Jordan Henderson.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Oh, that's a key interception. Serginho. Back into the middle. Real chance! Oh no, a quite unbelievable miss.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Darren Fletcher. Looking for options for movement. And no, that was never going to make it. Sergi. So what can they make of this? Serginho. He's gone for goal! Oh, that wasn't far away.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Minutes has been
Looking for the
indicated.
run. Great defending, strong and determined. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. It's a searching pass. And this is Forlan. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. And time is up. Well, here is a defeat that may hit them hard, and you can sense that all around. And so we reach a fork in the road.
Hello,
Fortunes
everybody,
can
and
turn
welcome
either
to
way
today's
from this
match.
point. One path leads to where they all want to be, or at least a significant step closer to it. What doesn't bear thinking about is the alternative. It is time for the central characters to stand tall. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's down to business here.
Well, Peter, at this stage we often focus on the creative and goal-scoring talent, but I'm going to mention a defender in Lilian Thuram. As good as they come for me, very strong and athletic and competent in every other department you care to mention.
Just about the perfect defensive specimen.
Yeah, and I think often underrated.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And they can counter here. Schneider running with the ball. Vieira does really well to win the ball there. And this is Bale. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, this looks sharp. Seedorf. Now it's Kaka, knocks it back, and the pass is intercepted. Probing pass, and there's Greengrasser. Ibrahimovic! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Danger averted for now. Fletcher. Chooses to go back, has a shot! Great effort, beautifully taken.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Goes for a shot! Yes, it's there! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
So far, so good, Peter, but they need to start thinking of the next one now. Take this momentum and force the issue even more.
That has been slung wide. Thuram kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And it's Cruyff. And once more, he proves rigid and robust. Schneider can see things others simply cannot. It's Ibrahimovic! Wonderful from Ibrahimovic! A finish of true class! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Cruyff will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Ibrahimovic. Oh, this is a very good run.
Ibrahimovic really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he over...
Oh, shooting chance! It's hit the upright. Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Cruyff just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
Schneider. Great pressure, plenty of it. Has a look and plays it forward. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And this is Bale. There's a sharp little ball here. And that has been clubbed away. Batistuta. And that's been intercepted. Thinks about the shot. Carvajal, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Pullet chasing after it. Cruyff. And it's Schneider. Oh, nicely intercepted. Oh, terrible pass. He has found the way through. Can he finish? And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And now they can spring out of defence. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Schneider has given away a free kick. Bale, Nigeria finding their passes. Maldini calmly anticipates. Can he get it through? Bale was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. That is good alertness. Looking for the run.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Seedorf. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Bale. He gets big! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out
Please be
or
reminded
forcing
that
the issue
drinking is
even
only
further.
allowed in the
I'd
areas
always
shown
be
on this
inclined
map.
to go
Thank you very
for
much for your
the latter,
cooperation.
go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
A half of massive entertainment and excitement. A 2-goal margin, yes, but all things still possible. And the action is back on the way. Adams kept his eye on it, and he's there. Darren Fletcher. Bale. To Bergamy. Vieira. Now it's Bale, and this is Hullet. Taken back almost at once. Schneider. No, that's been intercepted. Chance for a shot! He's got a goal! The second half sparks straight into life. Oh, a goal of real quality. He made it look ridiculously easy.
Hullet simply knew the ball was asking to be hit first time because of the way it arrived, and boy, did he hit it.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Now it's Batistuta. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
And this is Batistuta, and he shoots! It's in! How good is he right now? His boots twinkling at their golden best. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. And that's put paid to a promising move.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Looking for options for movement. Tries to cross. Adams is there, and he can get that clear. Sergi. Ibrahimovic might just make this. That pass has been well intercepted. Hullet charging forward, the ball at his feet. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Batistuta. Cruyff quietly revving up. And he's picked out the run.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Schneider. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Schneider. And now they can clear their lines. And the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, there's a probing ball.
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
And that's played in low. And he's there to get it away. Cruyff. Lovely. And the shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes.
The goal scorer after 80 minutes is number 18, Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
So here we are, a new chapter begins, new heroes will arise, new legends will be written. It is time to turn the page. Just listen to that noise, this place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Well, we're on the way. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Joshua Kimmich. In many ways, the ultimate modern fullback in that he contributes just as much.
There's the shot! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but still very good quick thinking on his part.
Kimmich. And it's Rashford. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Cruyff. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Now, can they get him away? Hernandez is onto this.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Fletcher looking to penetrate opposition lines. And that is as far as they're going to go. And it's Lingard. Pogba. Van Dijk. Kimmich. Now it's Lingard. Now it's Sancho. Pogba. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Oh, good spread. He's in plenty of space here. And he's managed to... Olise! Oh, crossbar! Sancho. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Played with finesse. Oh, well played. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now this could be a chance. Decent chance! Goal! Manchester United! Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
There was a distinct lack of pressure there, Peter. It was a good finish, but it was made easy. That's poor defence.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Looking for a runner. And that is expertly dealt with. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. That's been cut out, well played. Looking for the run. Van Dijk cuts it out.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And that's going right the way across. Sancho. Oh, Red, nice interception. Turns back here, probably the best option. Back into the middle. Tries to play it through. Lovely bit of skill. Henderson did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Cruyff. He's got away. Oh, this looks sharp. He's gone for goal! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Olise actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Distributed tidily. Sancho. Sancho will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. That has ended up in no man's land. Adams. And it's Pogba. Jordan Henderson gives no quarter whatsoever. Olise. No, that was never going to make it. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Sancho, that's a little off target. Jordan Henderson. Played out to the left flank. And it's Kimmich. Sancho.
Un minuto di recupero.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
Kimmich. And it's made its way to him. He has found the way through. Chance! A decent effort as the first half draws to a close. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
So we're straight back at it. And Batistuta! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Batistuta is offering a right smile there.
He's found a way through. Can he finish? And he's heaved it away. He's on it. Can he get away? In towards the back stick. He gets big. It's hit the upright. It's a goal. A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Manchester United are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off? They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner. That's just playing it safe and simple.
And they've switched it over to the other side.
Well spotted.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Hernandez looking to play him in. Oh, he's found support out wide. He's picked his way through. Rashford with it. He's got tall. Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Manchester United find a position of real strength now.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Rashford. Pogba. Now it's Lingard. Played out to the right. Lingard. Ibrahimovic. And it's Lingard. Sergi gets across to intercept that. Oh, can he get onto this? Now it's Ibrahimovic. He's shifting through the gears here, and the shot! Really well taken goal. And they are right back within touch. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest.
Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards. The ball is on the spot, here we go. Not much more than a formality.
A picture of confidence. That was never missing.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Batistuta. Cruyff. Of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Cruyff.
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. Well, there's a probing ball.
Manchester United surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Skims one in, and he's there to belt it away.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And it's Pogba. Has a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Now it's Rashford. Kimmich. Oh, well played, well played. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all.
Oh, what has happened here? And that's been drilled in. And he's there to get it away. And here's Cruyff. That's a good... He's had a shot! Oh, that could cost them.
He really didn't cover himself in any glory. His finishing let him down when he needed it most.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
Manchester United really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Sancho. Nicely weighted ball. Van Dijk. Olise. Now it's Ibrahimovic. So what can they make of this? Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Look at the space here. And it's Sergi. And that is masterful defending. Cleared without complication. And here's Olise. Rashford. The final seconds now. Oh, well measured. Oh, that's fabulous. A lot of space. And he shoots! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Well, it came to nothing in the end, but it certainly got the crowd going.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And we're done. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So off we go then. Well, it's a formation, this, Jim, with a packed midfield, isn't it?
Yeah, and it allows for a lot of flexibility.
Olise! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
There's the shot! It's in! And what a start!
And it looks like we're going to get the entertainment we were all hoping for.
He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't...
Chance for a shot! And it's in! Two! And we've barely begun here. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. They're...
Shot, surely! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Now it's Villa. Cruyff. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Still pretty early days, but the difference in fortune is very clear. Picked out brilliantly. Hazard unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Olise. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now it's Villa. Raul. Azar. Raul. He's in a great position here. He's going for goal! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And this is Ibrahimovic. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Raul. That is ended up in no man's land. Looking for options for movement. Tries a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
That's a decent clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. And this is Cruyff. And he's found... And a chance! And it's there! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. He's looking wide. Oh, this looks sharp. And this is Ibrahimovic. Great vision. Costa Curta does well to get it back. Kukcu. Very nearly half an hour gone here. Now it's Mbappe. Foot in. Referee's given a throw. Adams promptly onto that, and that is that. And it's Cruyff. Now, what about a counter-attack? Now it's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic. It's Ibrahimovic! Oh, wonderful! What a goal! A finish right from the top draw. He has gobbled up his 20th goal. He just absolutely speared that in.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Now there's a fine ball. Beckham cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Batistuta. It's their second corner of the game. Ibrahimovic! Raul. Now it's Villa. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Ibrahimovic. Now it's Batistuta. Ibrahimovic! And that's wide.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Cruyff. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And it's been played through. Can he finish? He has done it! It had to come! It just had to come! He had to have his say!
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
It's become a case of men against boys. Raul. Now Costa Curta. Now that's well seen too. Ibrahimovic. Nicely weighted ball.
Temps additionnel, 3 minutes.
Oh no, this does not look good. Beckham shifted it to the flank. And here's Elise. Can he get on the end of this? Now it's Ibrahimovic. Azar. The message is clear, none shall pass. And there's the end of the first half. Staggering, just staggering. Not in their wildest dreams would they have expected a half-time scoreline like this.
Well, for me, it's a lead that's thoroughly deserved, Peter. They've been quicker to pretty much everything so far. The only thing you've got to wonder is, how taxing is this for the players? How long can they keep it up for? Are we going to see a fade in this second half?
So we're just settling back into this second half. No, that was never going to make it. Kukcu. He's a sharp little ball here. Mbappe in towards the back stick.
I couldn't quite sort his feet out in time to get it under control.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. And it's Cruyff. Van de Ven. Beckham. Searching pass he's played there.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Looking tidy in possession here. Azar. Kokchu. Now it's Raul. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Raul. And it's Azar. Now it's Olise. Olise will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Beckham, over to the left. David Villa. Olise. Ibrahimovic. And here's the chance to counter. And this is Batistuta. And Batistuta! Well, he's kept it out. That's a great save.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
And he's there to clear it. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Mbappe. Olise. Cruyff. They're urging him to shoot. Cleared without complication. That's very neat. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And it's Cruyff. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Beckham. Some resolute defending there. Jordan Henderson. Oh, Red, nice interception. Darren Fletcher. Now it's Ibrahimovic.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Beckenbauer kept his eye on it, and he's there. Tries to play it through. Oh, it's come loose. Kokchu. Hazard chasing after it. Not the most accurate pass. And that's been won straight back. Costa Curta. Kokchu. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Van de Ven. Raul. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Threads one in, and that's a... He's had a shot! It's a goal! 3! He is flying! A vast presence, and there is no stopping him.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
We'll talk about
Vinicius Junior! Oh, impressive strike.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Looking to play him in. Look at the... Can he finish?
Changement pour le Togo. Le numéro 9.
Corner number 4 coming up here.
Le numéro 19.
Gets his head on it! Neymar gets good distance on it. And now a sudden chance to counter. Van Dijk cuts out the pass. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And he was alert to it. Well, that pass isn't the best. Has a shot! Oh, denied at the last. Now it's Olise. He's shifting through the gears here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And here it's Ibrahimovic! Wonderful from Ibrahimovic! He's got himself an absolute peach. How many, just how many? The golf in class is vast.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't...
Olise! Keeper always had the measure of that.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
There's the header! 4 added minutes on the board. David Villa passed somewhat off target and reclaimed it in a trice. And that's it. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout. And